Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome into the News 10 Plus desk. I'm Taylor Gattoni with Nicole Buckman from Studio 10.
How's it going?
It is good. Half day, like I was telling you. We had a doctor's appointment earlier today, but everything's good.
Good.
And we're just going to get the week going.
That's right, and get the month going. It's June.
Yes.
June 3rd, and of course, June is filled with so many activities. It's the first day of summer is in June, and it really does feel more like summer when you say things are happening in June. And that's certainly the case here on Studio 10. We have lots in store for you, starting with the Chalk of the Town. Over the weekend, so many local artists were able to come downtown to Old Town. So I guess, over to Old Town and kind of show off their skills as chalk artists and really just capture different parts of Lansing on the sidewalks. I think sometimes when we're walking, you look at the buildings, you look all around, but you don't look down. So we're excited to dive in and talk to the winner and all that kind of stuff, see what everyone's talking about.
I like that. You're always creative with your little phrases.
Oh, thank you. And then also, too, we're going to head out to the weather patio because we have Connor Long coming on, and he is the owner and founder of Smoke Show Barbecue.
Ooh, okay.
And if that sounds familiar, it's because you can see his barbecue, of course, at Capital City Market. That's how we came across him. But he started his own catering business at the age of, it must have been 18. He was in high school.
Wow.
Yes. So, I mean, he technically got his actual business when he was 19. However, he got into all of this when he was still in high school, which I think is just so cool. And he knows what he's doing because, one, he's very talented and has created his own, it's called the Sweet and Sassy barbecue sauce.
I like that.
I know. But he also, his uncle is like the main chef up on Mackinac Island at the Grand Hotel.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
So you could just visit his uncle,
I know,
see what he's cooking up.
I know Connor Long. You may know, but so
That's
it just
sweet.
runs in the family. So we're excited to chat with him and talk about his barbecue sauce, kind of how long it takes to make like your own barbecue sauce and really be confident in it, but also like what to pair it with this summertime as we all kind of go outside and barbecue for ourselves.
You mean like when they're concocting the different spices in the sauce?
Yeah, because I mean his sauce is in bottles, and you can find at Meijer. But I've always wanted to know, how did you know this is it? This is that winning sauce. Like how many times did you have to try and be
That's so cool.
Too sweet, too salty? That's what
Just right.
Just right.
Award winning.
Yes. So we're excited for that. And then, of course, we are kicking off our Love Lansing Like a Local campaign. Choose Lansing, which is an amazing local tourist bureau that we have here in Lansing, has a great campaign that runs all summer long. So we're kicking it off, and we are talking about the Experience Pass that you can get on your phone to visit all these different places and get discounts and deals, and just talk about all the places that you can visit as a family, stuff that's catered for more adults or for younger kids or older kids, that sort of thing, to really kind of embrace and love Lansing like a local this summer, and kind of be a tourist in your own town.
Yeah.
So we'll have that, and we also are getting. I know. I just keep talking.
That's okay. There's so much to talk about.
Yes, and we also are getting on our Studio 10 Zen and doing some yoga.
You're doing some yoga.
Yes.
Yay.
Which I know is your favorite.
I love yoga. It's such a great way to work out, but also just like Nicole was saying, get your Zen.
Yeah, get your Zen, and which I think is super helpful because. I don't know about you, and actually I do know you, so I know you're the answer to this question. How much stuff you have on the weekends? It's constantly.
It's just busy.
I mean, I think I can count on one hand how many free weekends I have right now in summer, and it's just the way it is. And I don't complain. I think sometimes I'm like, I just want to stay home, but normally it's like with family and friends, and so. But it can be overwhelming because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have this, and this, and it's just so stressful that you need a place. And you can have fun on weekdays, You
can.
And so that's what this yoga place can do. So we're excited to check that out. And it's with the Yoko Yogi. It's not actually a place. It's more of her, but yeah.
I love that.
So a little bit of everything. So definitely tune in to Studio 10 at 3 p.m. today. We'll be excited to see you there.
See you then, Nicole. Thank you. Here's where you can stay up to date with Studio 10. If you want to see all of the fun going on, you want to add any weekend plans to your agenda, and then also learn about this yogi instructor who can help you find your Zen and maybe calm down from all of your weekend plans, just to, recenter yourself. It's great to be busy, it's exciting, it's fun, there are things to do, especially when you want to do those things and you're choosing to do it with the people you love in your life. But yes, like Nicole was saying, it can be a lot. can drain your energy, right, your social battery. And so just reconnecting with yourself through yoga is always a great thing. So make sure to check that out today on Studio 10 at 3 o'clock, coming up in just over 50 minutes. And then you can always sponsor with them. If you are a business, you want to do any advertisement, you can do studio10@wilx.com. That's how you can reach them through email. And then if you want to stay up to date with them on their social media pages, just head to WILX Studio 10. That is what you need to know. That is where you need to go. I'll leave it up just a little bit longer in case you want to see what you can look forward to coming up on Studio 10. There you go. That's all you need to know. We'll bring it back out here because we have some more things to share coming up today. A big announcement. Justin Bradford had his baby. Him and his wife Alex had their child. And I'm sure we'll share some pictures coming up throughout the week, but we'll let him share more. So I'm sure you can check out his Facebook page coming up. I'm not sure if he's posted anything yet, but instead of his news, let me switch over to what more news we have here on News 10 coming up throughout the day. Starting with first at 4 during Mid-Michigan Matters today, we are talking about swim lessons with a local swim school in Okemos, actually. And they'll be sharing the importance of course, doing swim lessons, right? Making sure that you are good to go when it comes to whether it's you as an adult, whether it's a teen, whether it's a child, no matter what stage of life you're in, if you do not know how to swim, of course, we want you to know how to be confident out in the water. If you plan on heading out in the water, we don't want any accidents happening. But also, give me just a second here. Something is going on with our little technology board. But yes, just bring in an instructor who is going to let us know some of the challenges that they see out on the water, and letting us know what you can do as a swimmer in the water to improve your confidence and improve those strokes and skills that maybe you learned before, maybe retouching on those. Just some really good to know tips when it comes to being in the water. So that is what you need to know coming up during Mid-Michigan Matters today. And then coming up later, let's see, coming up News 10 at 5 today. News 10's Owen Ozust introduces us to an MSU track star, okay? And they are headed to the NCAA finals, which is a huge deal. So Owen Ozust is going to have more on this MSU track star at Michigan State University, of course. Coming up News 10 at 5 today. Coming up News 10 at 5:30. School is also just about to be released for the summer, and sometimes reading skills can take a summer vacation. So that means we want to make sure that children, and maybe you even as an adult, keep your reading skills going. You don't want to put those on pause, right? Because it can have you, have your skills fall behind. Want you staying up to date on those, staying up to touch on it. So News 10 at 5:30. Aaron Bowling is taking a look at a summer reading program starting up at our local libraries. And then you can learn how your student could also earn a Stanley Cup, among other prizes, by participating. And then coming up as part of our Make an Impact series, we are featuring a group from a local community center, the KCS Angels, that is doing good in the community. And so coming up tonight on News 10 at 6, David Andrews is going to share more again on the KCS Angels that are doing good in the community. So that is what we have coming up today during our 90 minutes of news. Of course, just getting started even more so with news, or first at 4, excuse me. And so this is everything that we have coming up today. And then also, last thing, for all of you wheel watchers out there, it is the end of an era this week for one of the most popular game shows in history. And so this Friday is Pat Sajak's last episode of Wheel of Fortune, and our very own David Andrews went behind the wheel back in 2002. So we have it in our vault, or from the vault section on our streaming platforms, and along with a few other retro videos that you can find. And again, you can catch it today during our 5:30 newscast. So make sure that you're tuning in then. Of course, you can go to our streaming platforms and find from the vault more of those interesting pieces that we have from a while ago and kind of bring some nostalgia back for you. So again, that is what we have coming up during our 90 minutes of news and just other places where you can find more information. But behind me, Deanna Giles is going to share what she has coming up during our 90 minutes of news, getting started with News 10 at 6. Deanna. Oh, and it looks like that is having some audio troubles right there. We're going to get that figured out in just a second. In the meantime, let me play our You're Not Alone mental health series. Because, like I was mentioning, coming up tonight, News 10 at 6, David Andrews is going to have more part of our Make an Impact, but also, you know, we also like touching on our You're Not Alone mental health series, which we've shared a few. And one of the stories that we did that I'm actually going to put an article up for, it ran Friday during our 6 o'clock newscast. I believe it ran during our weekend as well. I spoke with a DeWitt woman who has ran every major marathon and also has run a marathon on every continent. Yeah, which is impressive. So more than 341 miles she has raced, and she did this all because she ran in the Boston Marathon bombing, and she gained this fear of crowds and had this trauma. And so what she did is she used the practice of exposure therapy, which means that she was afraid of crowds, and she started putting herself in the position of being in more crowds surrounded by people so that she could lessen her fear. Maybe not overcome the fear, because you can still get triggered by it, but more so lessening that fear. So again, make sure to go check that out. I'll post it up on WILX.com, our website, a little bit later today, and you can make sure to go check that out. One more time, for those who are just joining, I forgot to play this little thing, but again, this Friday is Pat Sajak's last episode of Wheel of Fortune, so you can go check that out in our From the Vault section, which is on our streaming platforms, and you can actually watch David Andrews, who went behind the wheel back in 2002. So again, make sure to go check that out, From the Vault, and all of that good stuff coming up on News 10 today. Oh, and it looks like our audio is working, so we are going to check in with Deanna here in just a second. Let me take down this little full screen, and there we go. Okay, we're gonna check in with Deanna.
Hi, Taylor. The city of Jackson is left without answers after a 17-year-old was found with a gunshot wound last night. He later died from that injury at a local hospital. Now, I spoke with Director Elmer Hitt, who says they're still figuring out the details of the case, but I'll have more information coming up on News 10 at 6. Back to you, Taylor.
All right, thank you, Deanna. Deanna's gonna have more on the case from Jackson with that 17-year-old who had a gunshot wound. And so again, she's gonna have a lot more of that information coming up. One more time, I'll bring up our mental health series. Like I was mentioning, I spoke with that runner, but no matter what you're going through, whether it's a trauma, whether it's, you know, maybe something more short-lived, but it's a hard time that you're going through and you are looking for resources, you're looking for someone to talk to, just know that there are resources out there for you. You can scan that QR code with your cell phone's camera and it'll take you to a link, which is our website, WILX.com, and it'll pull up a list of those mental health care professional resources across our mid-Michigan communities and counties. So that is what we have coming up today. That is what I can inform you on here on News 10. And I do want to give a live look over Mason right now, and just a few live looks across our area to show you what we have coming up today on News 10. So we take a live look in Mason. That is what you're looking at right now. And then again, give me just a second here. We will pull up some other live looks across our area. Let's see here. Let me give you now a live look Delta Township. You can take a look over there. And then let me give you a live look in Jackson, because Deanna, again, her story is coming out of Jackson. She'll have that coming up later today. So Jackson's looking pretty good too. We have blue skies. We have some cloud cover, but other than that, it's looking pretty good out there. I know Chris is joining us from East Lansing. Hello, Chris. Hope you're having a great start to your week, a great Monday. This is a live look over Michigan State University on MSU's campus, of course. And so that is what we have coming up today on News 10. I can't find the background that was right behind me, but that's all right. Let's see here. Looks like Crystal is working on some things. We'll see if we can get a background up here soon. Crystal, do we know what's going on here? That's all right. We'll get it figured out. All right. Anyways, that is a live look at Michigan State University. And then let me get one last look here. All right. Let's see here. Last look. Let's see. Let's go over US 127 just in case anyone has any little drives they plan on doing. So US 127 also looking very good. Traffic's moving along just fine. You're seeing less clouds out there, more so in the distance, and then you're also seeing those blue skies. But no matter what you're doing today, make sure to get outside, enjoy it. We should have Andy Provenzano in for our evening newscast, Studio 10 coming up at 3 o'clock. in just over 40 minutes, followed by First at 4, and then our 90 minutes of news. Again, we will keep you updated on Justin Bradford and all of his baby news, but until then, you can expect Darren Rockall, Colton Sikoraki, and Andy Provenzano moving forward for the next couple of weeks, giving you more info into your First Alert forecast. So that's what we have going on. But have a great start to your week, and have a great Monday, everyone.